Morning, students. In last class, we discussed various table commands like select, insert, delete, and update, and alter. Okay. In today's class, we are going to discuss, or we are going to check the what are various constraints that are available in our DBMS. Okay. So first of all, I would like to check this one by means of commands. See, already I executed some commands. See, see this one. See, I am using a constraint called as not null. Okay. See, here we are using a constraint called as not null. So, for creation of the table, you have a command called create table name, followed by brackets, and we have two data types or two columns with different data types. So, okay, if we are saying two attributes name are ID and name, two data types are int and varchar 50. So we are using a constraint called not null. Okay, so ID of int should not be not null. Okay, so this is the syntax now for creation of command called as query called as table constraint demo1. Okay, now I execute so that table is created. So again, if you want to check the particular concept, that is select star from table. Okay, so that what happens means if you run the command, automatically there is no data. Okay, if I want to check the uh, properties of the command, the table called as constraint demo1 means you have to run the command so that we can execute. We have, see this one, we have a constraint demo1 of columns 2 ID and name, which consists of data types number and followed by length is we didn't give any particular length size, so default it takes 2 bytes. Okay, varchar 50, and if you are giving, there is no, see here, there is no primary attributes, but we have a nullable. Nullable means there should not be any nullable of data, but name has to be any type of data. Okay, see, this is the, okay. Next, if I want to insert some values, okay, insert some values, I'm inserting table, insert into table name values. Okay, so that it will be one row is executed. Again, if I want to change, if I want to insert second values, okay, so see here we are inserting 2 and second attribute consists of null. So defaultly we are not giving any constraint to second data type, second attribute. So it should be, see, accepted or not, should be accepted, because we are giving constraint to only first, what we call first attribute. Okay, next again, see if there is any, see, this is the command. Now coming to this query, already we inserted 2 rows successfully. Now we are inserting a null values in constraint of not null. Okay, that is one attribute called as ID. Now what happens means, see, there is an error. So cannot insert null into what? System is our username, constraint demo is our table name, and ID is our attribute. So we are giving the error which consists of your database called system and your table consists of constraint demo and your attribute ID, because this is the error information for not null, ORA 01400. This is an error for not null. Okay, I hope you understand. Okay, now again you check the particular command called select star from constraint. Now you get, we have only rows. Okay, I hope you understand the not null constraint. Now coming to for creation of already for any we see the constraint demo, this one. Now you are going to see, now we are going to a creation of another table called create table constraint demo. Already if you give constraint one, okay, but now you want to add another relation called as constraint demo one, okay, but see this one, is it execute or not? Let's see. It is not execute because name is already used by an existing object. So we cannot use two names at a time for single relation. Okay. So we will go to constraint demo 2. Okay. Now you create this one and you run execute so that the table is executed. Now again, if I want to insert a particular, okay, insert particular values, insert into, now you are going to customer demo 1 comma r. Is it execute? Right. 1 to execute it. Now again we are moving to next, insert into 2 followed by null value. Again, is it acceptable? Right. Is execute. Now consider next, and to next, if you give the null values to an attribute which consists of x comma xy, okay, if you execute this command, what happens? See, this is an important concept. Why we are using primary key? Okay, see, you are using a constraint called unique, okay, so that null values are accepted in unique constraint. Okay, this is the one of the drawback in unique. Not null means duplication data acceptable. Okay, see, this is the concept. Now if you study one important point in one class means it is enough, okay, so that it will be remembered to lifelong. Okay, that's my criteria. If you understand one important concept or a particular concept means it is very enough. Okay, see, already we know about constraints, right? Primary key constraint, unique constraints, and not null constraints. So already I told that the drawback of two constraints will be overcome by means of primary key. So what is the two drawbacks means? If I use a not null constraint means there will be a possibility of inserting duplication of data. Already we discussed. Okay. So if I want to see, already that is, if again you want to insert, if I want to control, if you see this one, see, I want to insert. Okay, already I told that this is, it should not be not null means if I am already inserted a data called as 1 of y. If I want to again insert a data called as 1 of xy, see this one. Okay, 1 of xy. So constraint demo table name consists of constraint demo one. See this one. Is it acceptable means? Is it acceptable? One row acceptable. So if you check the what we call select star from, what is this constraint demo? This one. See, if you are executing this one means, see, this is a duplication of data. If you are giving a constraint called as not null, but you are inserting unique values, not duplicate data means it is accepted. Now coming to this one, if already you insert, you have said that unique constraint. In unique constraint, there will be a data of unique value. So null is a unique value because there is no 1 and 2 of particular data again in null. Okay, is it? It is acceptable. Okay. Now again, if you use this command here, constraint to demos null comma xy. Is it acceptable means, see, this will not, is it acceptable? Unique means only one to two values. So it is acceptable. It is accepting null values. Okay. See, now important, unique constraint is like this. If I am inserting a unique constraint data like this, one of already. So one already one ali, one C, one C. Okay. Now see, execute this one. See, this is a unique constraint. So ORA 401, it specifies this error is a unique constraint. Okay. So the unique constraint is followed by system table database system dot sys. This is the particular error what happened in the constraint. Okay. So again you check means 1, 2, 3. We inserted 4 values. Okay. Select star from. We insert how many values means? So okay. So one array inserted, two null inserted, xy inserted. Next C constraint demo. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is executed. So this is not executed. Okay. So we have only these four. These four are executed. Again, if you check constraint demo 1, if you check means okay, not okay. So these are the two different constraints for creation of pivot tables. Coming to third concept. Okay, third concept is what we discussed, that is primary key constraints. Okay, if you take the primary key constraint, okay, see you have a key constraints for primary key. So if you want to insert a particular data using what we call primary key, okay, that is if I want to insert this, okay, this is a constraint 3 demo. Okay, now you are inserting two values called as int and varchar. You are giving a constraint called as primary key. So execute this one and run this one. Table created. We have a what constraint demo. Okay, again you check the select star from table name. There will be no data in this command. Sorry, demo 3. Now execute this data. So no data found. Again go for TESC. Describe table name. Table name is constraint demo 3. Control C and control constraint demo. Now you check this constraint so that see this is use a primary key. Here see this is a primary. Now it represent 1. 1 represent means we are using a primary key with ID. Okay, I hope you understand. Now next is a null. Null is acceptable means it is acceptable. Okay, and the tick represent it is acceptable. Okay, now coming to inserting values into table. Okay, right. So go for this one. Come here, check this one. You have the 3 values. Okay, you are representing this one same. This will be executed, and again this one is also executed. Okay, right. Now again I want to insert. See this one. If I want to insert, okay, insert in which means demo 3. Already this result is for table constraint demo. Okay. Now if I am inserting this query, it will execute. No problem. Now come here. If I want to insert null values for primary key attribute, see, null values is acceptable if a constraint is unique. Okay, duplicate values is acceptable if particular constraint is not. Okay, now if you are assuming, if you are giving a primary key constraint for a table called constraint demo 3, so that you are giving what null means. See, constraint insert null, same constraint. Okay, same as the exact. Okay, again if I want to insert duplicate data 2 comma xy, for which one? Constraint demo 3, so that if you are executing this one also validated. Okay, so primary key, I hope you understand the primary key example. Okay, so that you can understand that now we are inserting only two values, and two values will be or two values are what happened means the two values are become errors. Okay, only two values. Okay, I hope you understand the concept. Okay, now coming to one important concept called if. See this one, see, check this one. If you want how many tables you have means already we created employee table, three constraint tables called constraint demo 1, constraint demo 2, constraint demo 3. Okay, now if I want to check my tables, see, you have this, these are our, what do we call, tables. See, already we created employees. See this one, if you check this one, this is an employee. Okay, right. Next, I have again I created three called as constraint demo 1, constraint demo 2, and constraint demo 3. Right. See, if I want to, remove, what remove? Particular table called as complete table, not a particular tuple. If I want to remove particular tuple means we have a command called as delete because it is a DML command. If I want to drop, if I want to delete completely table from the database means we use a command called drop table. We are using this command. Okay, so if you use this command, automatically the total database of your relation is vanished. Okay, so we use drop table. Okay, what we are inserting constraint. Okay, now you are using this one, constraint demo 2. Okay, done. See, table drop. Okay, so there is no particular table in your database. Okay, but if you want to check this one, so okay, the ESC constraint demo. Object to be described could not be found. Okay, right. If I want to see again, here only we can easily delete particular table. Okay. See, this is a constraint demo 1. Okay. Here we have, see, we have areas, data has to insert, indexes, model, constraints, how many constraints. Next, triggers, all this will be happen. Next, if you want to take the table, if I want to add column, see, this is the syntax. If you are adding a particular column called as um, system constant, I have only two means I have only two attributes. Now you are inserting a called as ABC. Okay, next. Okay, finish. Now we have C. I have ABC. So default, instead of writing queries, we can also use this one. Add column, modify column. See, this is already we have a data type, three data type called as ABC. Now I want to change the ABC number to ABC column. Use this page to increase the length of that line. Okay, do not require a value. Okay, modify column. See, modify column means you are modifying particular column. That is the number or varchar date. This is varchar 2. Okay, so that the data type is modified. I hope you understand. Previously we have number. Now I am changing that number to varchar 2. Okay, modify column ABC. Finish. Okay, we represent that one. We'll check this one. Alter table constraint. We use this one. Okay, we use particular command. So we know that for alter table name, we use modify add. Now you are using this command. Alter table name modify attribute. Okay, so that you can easily understand. So this one we will discuss. Number yes. If I want to modify column, so that we are modifying ABC with what we call number. Okay, or date. If we see the date, system modify. Okay, finish. If you go for the date, ABC is the date. Okay. Now, if simply you want to rename the column, rename means we have the column ABC. We are using JText. Next, automatically there is a found. See, if you want to check this constraint, this query, so you can go for alter table name, rename column. The column is ABC to JText. This is the column. This is the query. So this is the query. If you see, we will execute this one, whether it will be executed or not. This is the alter table. Already I have JTextY. Next, L1. Okay, and so you will check this one. Table is pattern. Okay. Okay. Next, if I want to drop, see, we will discuss. This is the lab session. This is the lab session. We will see. We will check very useful concepts. Those are. See, if you are going to constraint one demo. See, if you simple, already you understand this one. If I want to drop column, see, if you simple, drop. See, finish. There is no here. See, similarly, if I want to constraint demo 2 is totally vanished out. There is a constraint demo 3. If I want to drop, okay, drop. So this is actually, can you see here this one? This will automatically do. I hope you understand the particular concepts of the key constraints called primary key, unique key, ordinal, and drop. Okay, already we discussed in last class default values and check values. Okay, see, if I go for the employee, next to rename, already you add column, modify column, that rename column. Okay, next drop the column. If I want to drop the particular column, simple, go for the basic, and next automatically. If I want to check the column, alter table empty, modify, add, and last one is drop. Okay. Okay, I hope you understand the various key constraints in this session. In next class, we will discuss various what are various what we call single line functions. So how the string functions and how the date functions and how the what we call numeric functions are executed. Okay. So for this class, I hope you understand the various key constraints. So differential constraint will be executed or explained in next class. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.